I wanted to make a video of a shortened version of removing the dash pad from, in this case it was a 1988 560 SEL Mercedes. This one here is an 85, but this body style, 126 body. As you can see, this one is in fantastic condition. I like to leave it as complete as possible when taking basically any part out of a car. Very nice. So, I guess we'll start with the instrument cluster. What I did is I bought some factory tools from Mercedes for removing instrument clusters. They're very simple. I don't even remember what I paid for them, but I'm sure it was under $20. Basically, it's a little hard wire with the hook on the end. You'd push it in about this point right here, as well as the opposite side. You just push it in right there, turn it so it grabs the back and pull it straight out, and they just come right out. Have to wiggle it around a little bit because of the steering wheel being there. But what I like to do is remove this panel that goes, let me see this, the panel that goes underneath the steering column, as well as on the other side, underneath of the passengers, whatever, above their legs. And then underneath the steering column around here, there's 4 Allen key bolts that hold the steering column up. You could take them all out actually, and the steering column will drop a few inches. So that'll make way for pulling out your instrument cluster. As well, you have to do that anyways to pull this dash part out. So once that is done, then you got to pull out these 4 vents. And how you do that, I don't have one here, but on the inside, if you reach in with a little screwdriver, there's a little tab you pull inwards and then it'll come forward. You could do that on both sides. So you do that to all of them. And then on the inside here, where is that? I thought it was on the, there's just a couple of screws, one up here and one up here. Again, one on the bottom of this vent hole and one on the bottom of this vent hole. And then on each side there are 2 number 10 bolts, one on each side of the dash. And then of course it's good to pull the glove compartment out. I have it, but it's obviously not in here, just so you can see what's going on in there. And okay, also these 3 heater controls, just have to follow where they go and basically unhook them. That for the light here, just unplug that part. What else? I believe there's a screw on top here on the console carpet on each side. And then some that I had a hard time with is on top of the speaker grill. There's one screw here and one screw here. And they're tiny little Phillips. What would be ideal is having a small offset Phillips screwdriver. So you got to do that on each side, of course. And then underneath of that grill, about here, is another Allen wrench screw, as well as in the middle. And how you get that middle one off is I stuck a little screwdriver under here. Just wiggle it around. And then it'll pop up a bit, and then you just pull it to the right, to the passenger side. See, that's what this thing looks like. And then there's a third screw right there. That's what it looks like. So when you take those three off, a little bit of wiggling and so on, and your dash comes out. So I've seen people have posted that they got quotes of 19 and 20 hours to remove and replace a dash. Well, I did this outside, of course, taking it off, and it took me about 2.5 hours to get it out. So, being that was a car that's not going to be driven anymore, I didn't have to take as much care as I would if it was the car it's going to go into. So, you know, I think it's very possible. Well, it is very possible, and that's what it takes to remove a dash from one of these old guys. But if it took me 2.5 hours to get it out, I have lots of hours to take mine out carefully and replace it. The one in this car is actually perfect, but I have another 83 500 SEL. It has a perfect body. The only thing with it is the dash is all cracked up. So I'm hoping this is exactly the same. I'm pretty sure it is. We'll find out soon though. Take care and good luck with your project.